The moment the fighters met in the center of the cage, it became clear that excessive respect, not technique, would determine the outcome of their clash. For Pat Barry, this matchup carried a special weight. Standing across from him was a man he had admired for years, someone whose highlight reels helped ignite his own ambitions in combat sports. And that admiration quietly became the very thing that worked against him. The opening round showed this dynamic immediately. Barry read the distance perfectly, stepped in, and landed a heavy right hand that sent the Croatian veteran crashing to the canvas. Yet instead of pressing the attack and forcing a finish, he hesitated. There was no follow-up, no rush to secure a knockout. He simply allowed his opponent to rise, as if an invisible line held him back from going all the way. A few minutes later, the scenario repeated itself. Barry cracked him again with another clean shot, dropping him for the second time. And once more, the American refrained from doing what nearly every fighter is trained to do. By the time the third round arrived, the consequences of this attitude became obvious. While Barry had spent the fight choosing his actions carefully, almost delicately, Mirko gradually regained rhythm and confidence. Barry's energy tank began to drain. His movement slowed, his combinations lost sharpness, and his reactions dulled. The tide was finally turning. Seeing the shift, Cro Cop advanced with growing determination. He increased the pace, pressed forward, and forced Barry into uncomfortable exchanges he no longer had the stamina to handle. A decisive strike eventually sent Barry to the ground, and this time Mirko acted without pause. He secured control, transitioned smoothly, and locked in a tight choke. Exhausted and unable to escape, Barry had no choice but to submit. In the end, the excessive respect that guided Barry throughout the fight cost him everything. He had two clear chances to finish a legend, but chose not to capitalize.